Okay, we are sitting here over at KGEM Studios. I have the lovely pleasure of sitting with Joyce. It's very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you as well.
So tell me, Joyce, okay, so you were invited here to be on the Ralph Walker Show, right?
Yes.
Well, now, what were you guys going to talk about?
We're going to talk about, I'm the author of 10 books
Whoa.
in 9 different genres.
Hello.
Well, you know, I never thought anything of it until a couple weeks ago when somebody was amazed by that.
Really?
You know, I didn't think anything of it, you know, but...
Okay, so you're an author, 10 different books. Now,
Yeah.
what are the genres?
The first genre that I wrote in was memoir. I'm the oldest of 7, and so I wanted, when we get together, we just have such a good time together. We just adore each other. And so I didn't want the way that our parents raised us to be lost when we all died off, you know.
Oh.
So I wrote the book about the way that we were raised.
So that was your first book?
First book, and that was in 1997. It goes from 1944, the year I was born, to 1977, the year my mother died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so. Then I wrote Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. That's
Oh.
parenting genre.
So is that based on the recipes on like Whole Foods? Because that's like whole food recipes?
No, it's
Oh.
not at all. The ingredients are manners, responsibility,
Oh.
discipline.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you grow up like wanting to be an author? How do you get into
it's
that?
really, that's a good question. So what had happened was, when I was about 12 years old, you can see I have long nails.
Yes.
I've always had long nails
That's
since I
good
was
for
12.
scratching too.
Yeah, it is. And so my mother used to always lovingly say to me, Joycey girl, if you're not reading a book, you're doing your nails. If you're not doing your nails, you're reading a book.
Oh.
So I have always loved to read.
Oh, that's good.
And not realizing that love of reading teaches you writing.
Right. You're right. Now, are you a fast reader? Can you read a book pretty quick?
I'm medium.
And the
I
reason
don't like to read books.
the reason why I bring that up because I just started getting into reading.
Yeah.
But the more I've been reading, the faster I'm becoming. So it's like they teach you about words, but your brain processes faster, I think.
Yeah. But I don't like to hurry through a book.
No,
I like to savor them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got those 2 books. Then what else you got? What other genres?
I have The Best Way to Keep a Man is to Let Him Go.
Let him go, ladies.
Among
Let
other
him go.
things, okay, and that one, but the Mother's
sounds
Dozen.
like that could be
the
a
Mother's
movie.
Dozen. I wrote that because I was dismayed by these young girls, young mothers
Oh, okay.
that really don't know what they're doing raising
Was
children.
that the second book you said?
Second book?
Okay, that was
Yeah.
after your memoir.
Yes.
Okay.
So then I wrote The Best Way to Keep a Man is to Let Him Go, among other things.
Uh-huh.
When I was 15 years old, my late mother-in-law, I was dating her son at 15.
Oh.
So
okay.
we've been together, my husband and I, he's now my husband. We have been married, it'll be 49 years in June.
Oh, wow.
We've been together
Congratulations.
for 59 years.
Oh, wow.
We've been together since we were 13 years old. It
Oh,
blows
wow.
my mind.
So that's gonna be a big anniversary, 50.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. So I wrote that one, and like I said, my mother-in-law, late mother-in-law, she said to me, the best way to keep a man is to let him go. And then I was in my 60s when I wrote that book.
Oh,
so
what?
That's what she said to me, stayed with me for all those years.
And that ended up becoming your title.
Yes.
Now, because the title is like really important
Yes.
in the book process.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Napoleon Hill? He was a self-help guy, and he wrote a book. His most famous book was Think and Grow Rich. So he was in.
I've heard of that book.
Oh yeah, that's Napoleon Hill.
Oh.
And just to come up with that title took a long time because they couldn't figure out what to make the title, and it just comes to you.
Well, you know what? The going back, the title for my memoir is Line of Serenity. And the way that title came about was my husband and I were having a conversation, and I had finished the manuscript, and I couldn't figure out what to call it.
Yeah.
So the man upstairs or the woman upstairs.
Yeah.
You know,
The
there's
power upstairs.
Yes, the power upstairs. Came to my husband and said to him, my husband knew all of my family members, including my parents. He really loved my parents. And he said, all of y'all have this line of serenity running through you.
Oh.
So the book is entitled Line of Serenity. And the first 15 pages, my husband is describing what he sees in each one of us, starting with my mother and my father.
Oh, because he's been around for a long time. He's known them all.
Yes.
That's
And he describes what he sees in each one of us that says that this is a line of serenity.
Now, were your parents, were they still alive when they read the book? They got to read?
They didn't get to read the book. But, and then again, my sister said to me, Mama and Daddy would be proud of the book. And I had never even thought about that. So I just do things without...
Now, okay, so you started off with the one book, and then you wrote the follow-up book. Was that right after?
In 1997, I wrote Line of Serenity. I wrote it all down because I can't remember all these.
Perfect, yeah.
And so in Mother's Dozen, I wrote it in 2003.
Oh, okay, so there's a 6-year gap.
Yeah.
And then, but you said 10 books, so that's only 2, so you must have got cooking.
Yeah, I did. Good with math. The Best Way to Keep a Man. I wrote that one in 2008.
Let him go. Let him go.
Then
back.
The Vision, telling kids that they can make the world a better place.
What? I already like
That's
that
in
book.
2009. I wrote that one.
See the titles. I'm liking the titles.
You know, it's really... I don't understand. You know, I just think it's divinely given.
Yeah.
You know, it just comes from God, and I can't explain it.
No,
It's
yeah.
so...
It's cool.
And then Jet Black. I wrote that one. That's a 2 I wrote in 2009. I wrote that one in 2009. Jet Black and Her 7 Friends. It's a fairy tale about a little black girl.
Oh, really?
'Cause growing up, I never heard fairy tales about black people.
That sounds like it could be a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then in 2011, I wrote Dear Bully, a collection of poems about bullying. I was disturbed by the kids bullying children to the point.
It's big time.
They want to commit suicide.
The thing is, Joyce, is now, okay, bullying has always been around.
Yes, it has.
It's always been around. When I was going to school, you know, in 5th grade, one of my powerful experiences was I was kind of making fun of a kid, and then the bell rang. You know, everybody's taking part of it, and I saw him crying on the side. And after that, I never made fun of him again.
Yeah.
I ended up becoming his friend.
Yeah.
But,
good.
You know, nowadays what happens is these kids, they're on like the internet stuff.
Oh no.
You know,
it's
like
really
it's just because they're like on the social media, and then so it's a big issue.
Yeah, it is.
It's
it
a big
really
issue
is.
because for them, see, for us, it's like, okay, you know, the big micro things, it's kind of a small, you know, your adolescence is only this much time, but they think it's like everything. Like the whole world is at school and their friends and everybody knows.
Do you know that they coined a new word?
No,
Bullycide.
What does that mean?
I think it's so ugly. It means it's a child who commits suicide as a result of bullying.
Oh,
Bullycide.
I never heard of that.
I never heard of it either.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
So you wrote, so you got the poem of bullies.
Yep. Poems, Jet Black, a fairy tale.
I like that one.
Then in 2013, I wrote My Simple Quotes to Live By.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, I love quotes.
Yeah, those are good too.
At that time.
And were these quotes that you've heard over your whole life, or ones that you just come up with?
Quotes that I coined.
Nice.
I coined my first quote unknowingly.
What is it?
Yeah, it's like God is just showering down on me all this stuff.
He does.
And the quote states, "Never lose your hope and faith."
Never. Yep, that's a good one.
And I have lived by that for all my life.
You're 100% right, because the thing, and I was telling this to somebody recently, you know, and this is just my you know, I grew up and I went to a Catholic school for the first few grades, but that was mostly because my parents just put me there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, for me, I like it. It's about your life is like a relationship with just the universe as a whole.
Yes.
And the only thing that, if I had to guess, that the universe asks us is just one thing: trust it.
Yes.
Just trust it.
Yes.
So like with your quote, I mean, it's just the same thing. It's like if you have trust, you're gonna have hope and faith.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
That's the truth.
It's only when you start thinking, oh, it's not really gonna happen for me. Your hope and your faith is like,
Yeah.
But if you're strong, you're saying the universe, because it always works out.
It has to be strong.
Like every time that we've ever been in a situation where, oh my gosh, how's it gonna work out? It's always worked out somehow.
Yes, it has. And you gotta trust.
Yeah.
Like you just said. And I have one quote that I coined that was chosen out of over 5,000 entries for a 2013 calendar.
Hello.
And that quote states, "It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream." And I put that on Facebook and Twitter just about every day to encourage people. Don't give up on your dreams.
Okay, so let's look at that quote again. It's better to die having chasing a dream
never caught, than to die never having chased the dream.
Okay, so the person who dies never having chased the dream has just never really had that passion, the fire.
Well, they may have had the passion, but someone squelched it. Or they allowed other people to come in and say, that won't work, or no, that's no good, or...
Oh, yeah, those people. There's a lot of those people.
Yes, there are a lot of them.
Because, and they think they're doing it to help you.
Yes.
I've had people tell me that, like, you're never going to do anything.
No.
You can't accomplish it. And initially, because you get fired up when somebody's saying that to you, like you want to defend yourself. But then I'm like, they said to me, and use what I'm saying as motivation. I thought, why would I want to use that as motivation? You basically said I can't do nothing.
Yeah.
That's not motivation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so you got the bully book in 2009.
Yep. And the My Simple Quotes to Live By in 2013.
Perfect.
Then I wrote A Breast Cancer Journey to Greater Joy in 2014. I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Congratulations.
It's been 5 years since I had surgery. I didn't have chemo.
That's
I had
good.
surgery and radiation.
City of Hope?
City of Hope.
Yeah, oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I donate blood there, so I always go there.
Okay,
So that's good.
And then the 4 doctors that I had, I sent them the manuscript. I had been blogging about my journey through breast cancer.
Okay.
So the book pretty much wrote itself because of all my blog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you kind of just combined it together.
Exactly. That's exactly what I did.
And, I've heard other people do that. Now, did you find that, because you said you're going through this period of, you have to go through a major change with the surgery and all that. They give you the news, and I don't even want to imagine the news. But you decide to start writing about it. Does that help you, like, mentally? Does it give you something to focus on other than the news or what you got to go through? How does that...
I really never focused on the news.
Good.
I really, again, never lose your hope and faith.
Yeah.
So it was stage 2. I had a lumpectomy. Then I had radiation. And my last day of radiation, get ready for this, was 11/11/11 at 11 a.m.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like the universe, it just smiles on me. It's just,
So, okay. So, if somebody was watching this and they just got the news from the doctor, sit down, whatever they tell you. So what would you say to them? How do you get them to actually believe in the not lose faith when would they want to throw in the towel? Oh my God.
Well, I would just tell them that you're not in control. And it's like there's a subtitle to this book, A Breast Cancer Journey to Greater Joy, taking the fear and mystery out of a breast cancer diagnosis.
Okay.
So this book tries to take the fear and the mystery, and I've got pictures of the big machines that you're going to experience.
Yeah.
It's a huge machine. They fill up the whole room. It's just amazing what the human mind can do this. But the 4 doctors that I had, my breast cancer surgeon, my primary care physician, my radiation oncologist, and my medical oncologist. I sent the manuscript through email to each of them, and I asked them if they would consider writing a foreword. They all wrote amazing forewords for this book.
That's good.
Yes.
Now, did you also change your diet after you got?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because that's what I've been finding is important because, we're finding that the diet has a lot to do with it too.
Yes.
So what did you do in terms of changing your diet?
I eat mostly, let's say, 90% organic foods.
And you weren't doing that before?
No, I was not doing that before.
Oh.
Another thing that caught my attention. Yes, it is. Pesticides and herbicides.
Oh, yeah.
We're ingesting all this stuff. So we never know whether it's organic.
So what was your diet like before? Was it just like you're making food or just eating out more, and then you switched it to mostly organic?
No, I cook all the time. I love to cook.
Okay.
So we hardly ever eat out, except for the wedding anniversary and birthdays, stuff like that. I insist on going out for those.
Yeah.
But I do like to cook.
That's good.
So then I went to supplements, and I also understand that just about everybody who gets cancer has a low level of vitamin D.
I think I've heard that somewhere.
So, and mine was low.
Oh, but you didn't know it was low until after you got diagnosed.
That's right.
See, yeah.
So, then I'm taking 5,000 IUs a day now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I don't want that anymore. And I'm taking turmeric. I'm taking all kinds of stuff. I'm eating broccoli sprouts. Supposedly broccoli sprouts kill cancer cells.
Yeah.
I'm taking ginger extract. I'm taking a whole lot of stuff. I use wheatgrass every day in my green drink and spinach and stuff like that.
Yeah, so a lot of that's making your body stronger.
Yes, it is.
So
it is.
That's really good. And that was your last book?
Nope, that was not my last book. My last one was, I just put this one out in November or December last year.
Okay.
The Limitless Golden Rule. 21 ways to use the golden rule in your life.
Now, let me see if I remember this correctly. Is the golden rule do unto others as you wish them to do unto yourself?
Yes, it is. And it's really funny that you say that because I was talking to my oldest granddaughter.
Okay.
And I live the golden rule.
Yeah.
So she said to me, "What's the golden rule?" And I had not put the golden rule statement into the book.
Oh.
Yeah. So I went back and revised the book so that I put on the not the first page because that's the title page, and then the next page is the copyright and all that information. And then on the next page is the golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Okay.
And that's the only thing on that page.
Oh,
and then,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I mean, that's the basic rule. Basically.
Yes, it is. And if we use the golden rule, it would eliminate or drastically reduce discrimination, racism, bullying.
Yes.
All kinds of stuff.
You're right. But they don't teach this to kids.
I know. It's really sad.
So it was a pleasure. We have author Joyce. What was your last name again?
Joyce Fields.
Joyce Fields. It was great talking to you, Joyce.
It was great talking to you. Thank you very much for the opportunity.